Hi everybody, today I want to offer you a 10-minute guided meditation. But first I want to talk to you a little bit about anxiety. The title of this video is What Anxiety Feels Like. And I felt like this might be something that could help people who aren't sure what they're sort of experiencing. So I wanted to offer my personal experience with having generalized anxiety disorder and sort of what it looks like to me. Basically, for me, anxiety can look like swirling thoughts, obsessive thoughts, this seeming inability to let go of something that I'm really concerned about. I remember when I was in my 20s, I worked at a law firm and it was pretty high stress, and I would lie in bed at night and I would think through all of the conversations I had to have the next day with some of the partners, and I would do that on repeat over and over and over again. And that's one way that anxiety sort of grips me. There are other times when anxiety is more like a really quiet onset of physical experiences. I don't have big thoughts in my mind, but all of a sudden my throat gets really lumpy, or my heart just starts racing, and I'm not quite sure where it's coming from. Couldn't quite pinpoint it. Sometimes anxiety comes on for many people without a logical reason. Sometimes lying in your bed at night worried about hard conversations, that seems fairly logical that you might feel a little anxious. And so that's sort of my daily life. Growing up as a kid, I was always very anxious, and it wasn't until probably about 15 years ago that I started to really seek out help for it and resources. So I think one other thing I wanted to mention, I have a couple notes here, hope you don't mind. I'm going to look at them a couple times probably. I think that there's a lot of messages that were sent about what anxiety is and what it isn't, and sometimes just in general around mental health. One of the things that I had to deal with coming from a pretty rigid religious background was that I had to come to the realization that anxiety wasn't a punishment for some sort of deficiency in my spiritual sort of existence, that I was not being punished. My body is just reacting to things in a different way. And over the last, like I said, about 15 years, I sound so old. Over the last 15 years, I came to realize that my anxiety is part of a package deal of how I operate in the world. I feel very deeply, I observe lots of things, and I take in all of these sort of data points, and my body processes them differently than other people, and that manifests a lot as anxiety. And learning to sort of accept that and not fight it. I felt like for a long time I had to fight the feeling of anxiety, or be really aggressive and tell myself you need to stop thinking, or you need to stop doing these things. Actually, anxiety really needs gentleness, and that if you give it space to work itself out, if you give your body permission to work through what it's going through, it's actually a much better sort of way to live. So in this video, I wanted to offer one of the resources that has helped me. About halfway through probably my journey, I discovered meditation and became a certified meditation instructor a few years ago. And I have found meditation to be a way of working with myself, working with my life in a more gentle way. I'm not interested, and I'm not seeking out ways to get a quick fix. I think anybody who offers a quick fix is just selling something for $1. And so that's what I want to explore today. I'm going to link to a blog at the bottom of this video that has a couple of the resources that were hugely impactful for me in the last, like I said, 15 years. Some of them are books. I talk about how, there's my dog, talk about how medication has been part of my journey, books have been part of my journey, but meditation has been a huge part of it as well. And so today, I'm sitting at my desk today because meditation can be done from anywhere, from a cushion on the floor or a desk like this, a chair like this. So I want to offer 10 minutes of guided meditation. If you've never meditated before, it's no problem. There's no experience necessary. You don't even need a dog tail wagging in the background. But I hope we can sit together for this 10-minute guided meditation. And if you have any questions about meditation or managing anxiety, feel free to drop them in the comments below. All right, babies. All right, sweeties. Let's go night-night. Let's lay down. We're going to do our meditation now. Okay, come here. All right, lay down. There we go. All right. Thanks for your patience, guys. Sit down. Good babies. Okay. So let's start this meditation session by taking a good seat. When we say that in meditation, we mean that bring everything you have to the cushion on the floor if you're sitting on a cushion, or if you're in a chair, please be sure that your feet are flat on the floor. This helps just to bring our awareness, helps protect your back as well, to have your feet on the floor. So as we sit together, we want to start by noticing where our back and our neck is. The back of the neck should be long, but the chin can be slightly tucked. Helps protect the back of the neck. Breath comes in and out of the nose naturally. There's no breathing technique here. And enjoy these 10 minutes of having your mouth closed. We talk so much, we put so much stress on our jaw and our lips. Let the mouth be closed. As we sit together, the eyes remain open, with the gaze cast down to a spot about 6 feet in front of you, or wherever is comfortable. The belly should be soft and relaxed, while the back remains strong and supportive. The hands rest loosely on the thighs, somewhere around mid-thigh. And just rest. As we sit here together in meditation, thoughts will likely continue to rise and fall, and that's no problem at all. When you notice that you've become absorbed in a thought, gently place your attention on that thought and say, thinking. And let that thought go. Return your attention to the breath. please drop the meditation technique and bring your practice to a close. I want to thank you for joining me today. I know anxiety isn't exactly the most popular thing to chat about in a video, but I think that there are a lot of people out there who maybe need to know that anxiety isn't some sort of like death sentence for dealing with life, that there are resources out there, and yeah, you're not alone. So thank you so much. Thanks for choosing to sit here now.